Hi, I'm Frank Williams, President of Mind Body Excellence, and welcome to this edition of SuccessToday.tv. And as always, I'm joined by my two very good friends, Tom Roman, President of Roman Ventures, and Rich Goldberg, President of Enriched Communications. Now guys, last week we talked about two key ingredients for success for your game plan. I'm going to follow up with two more. Last week we spoke about action and attitude. This week we're going to talk about the importance of fitness and nutrition. We all know the benefits of exercise, the energy, the improves concentration. Rich, if you would, tell the audience a little bit why, as a successful business owner, you find exercise to be very important.
Again, in your everyday business life, there's a tremendous amount of stressors, things that can cause things for your stress to go up. And obviously you don't want to go there. So what I do, I try to have a regimen every day of going to the gym, going to play tennis, or take a long walk. In all three cases, the physical activity makes you feel so much better physiologically. You have things going on in your body that turn out to be a good thing, and physically itself, that the exercise and an overall status makes you feel so much better than if you didn't. Your goal is to get through the day, to work at an optimum point, and to be as good and as the best you can be. And to help accomplish that, that's why I exercise on a regular basis, and I derive tremendous benefits from it. That's why I do that.
Tom, why is it important for you?
Great point. Yeah, it's funny. When you were saying that, I realized during the days when I don't exercise, there's been periods, I'm sure we've all had them, where you miss a day or a week or something like that. I noticed during those times, though, I can't even function at work. It's not even like I'm now working optimally. I have so much energy running through me that it's hard for me to concentrate. And I feel and that's where I think people have other symptoms of illness that they have, is that there's too much energy in their system when it should be distributed to their muscle groups and used in an appropriate way through exercise, that it's actually distributed to their organs and things like that. So I noticed that when I don't exercise, I can't even sit at my desk for a long period of time without getting distracted, antsy, distracted, exactly. So not only is it health-wise important, but at work, if I didn't exercise, and I try to get there, I'm usually there 3 days on the treadmill a week, and I do 3 days in the gym a week, doing weight training. But if I don't exercise, it's very hard for me to focus during the day. So beyond all the other benefits, work-wise and talking about achieving goal-wise, I can't place enough emphasis on it. It's so important. So that's one of the things that I find.
Guys, you're absolutely right. When I'm not exercising or I'm not in the gym, I feel that low as well. It is very important that we exercise to work on our goals, to work on our business each and every day as best we can. So it is very important to exercise. It doesn't mean we have to spend hours upon hours in the gym or at home. 30 minutes, 45 minutes a day, it works wonders. But you have to want to put that time in. It's very easy. If you're at home and you have no exercise equipment, you can do push-ups and sit-ups, which go a long way. So try that. If you have a flight of stairs at home, up and down the stairs, that's your cardio. And Tom, let me ask you, what's your exercise regime consist of?
Well, basically, in terms of exercise, it's very simple. Very, very simple. I do 3 days a week. I do usually, say, Tuesday, Thursday, and Saturday. I do Tuesday, Thursday, and Saturday on cardio. I do 20 minutes in the treadmill, just at I usually do what's called interval training. So I go to start at a slower speed and go to a peak, and then go back down to slower speed and then go to a peak again. Do that several times, and then take it from a range of a 5 to a 10, in that kind of range in terms of intensity. And the other days I just do basically go to the gym. I do weight training. I do upper body, very simple. I do chest. I do shoulders, back, tries and buys. You know what I mean? That's my workout. And I do usually one set and then to 100% intensity, and then one set that supersetted to burn the muscles out 100%. And legs, very simple. I just go to the gym. I do leg presses, and I do leg extensions. I do lunges. I do leg curls. I do calves, and I do abs. And that's pretty much it. That's my workout. But the importance is it's A, the intensity, but B, the consistency. It's just getting there. When you're there, you get into it. And I don't care who you ask, anyone that you ask in the world, after you're in the gym and you get back, you feel better than you did when you went. So there's no fighting it, but it's just a matter of getting there and the belief that you can do it.
All right, very good. Rich?
I try to, as I previously mentioned, go to the gym on a regular basis. I don't exercise when I get there. I just go to the gym. That's an old joke. I also like to take long walks. Many people who have met me say I should take a hike and not a long walk. That's an episode also in the future of a different nature. But I find those to be very helpful and good kind of mind cleansing thing. You just talk to yourself since nobody else will, and you have a good time just at a leisurely pace. And I also like to play tennis, and I'm trying to hook up a game with Cannonball Roman. And even though he's twice as young and twice as big, I can't get him on the courts, and I don't know why. So he'll have to tell you himself, I just don't get it. But again, the aerobics from the tennis and the gym is certainly a lot less intense than Mr. Roman's workout, as our mutual physiques will attest. But between the walking, the gym, and the tennis, I try to do at least one of those a day.
Very good. Guys, I'm in the gym 3, 4, 5 days a week. And when I'm not there, I do feel it.
Mm-hmm.
When I'm there, it gives me the energy to work that much harder on my goals. So it is very important that you incorporate exercise into your success plan. Moving on to the next topic, nutrition. Now, if there's one thing we have complete control over in our lives, it's what we put in our mouths.
Mm-hmm.
So Tom, tell me a little bit about what your diet or what your food plan consists of.
Yeah, and from what I've read, and I believe this, they say nutrition is about 80% or 75 to 80% of one's overall health plan. And the importance of nutrition is absolutely immense, and it's integral to your overall health. Realize, though, that what you put in here ends up on here. Just that topic alone, every 7 years they say our bodies regenerate. Every cell in our body regenerates. So literally, you are what you eat. You know, it sounds funny, but picture that. Do you want to have a jelly donut that goes right here, or do you want to have a chicken breast and broccoli that goes right here? It's your choice. And I think that a lot of people suffer from these ailments such as obesity and diabetes simply because of a lack of nutritional literacy of how to eat well. And just to keep it very simple, I mean, all I do, and granted, every day is different, but I really make a conscious effort to plan my meals the night before, actually on a plan. And I usually start out with, in the morning, like a normal breakfast, like usually an egg white omelet, maybe with 1 egg yolk, some fat-free cheese on a wrap or on some whole wheat bread, maybe with a little Tabasco sauce to make it taste good, more like a breakfast burrito type of thing. At 10 o'clock, I usually have something like a protein shake, that is a meal replacement. So because it's very hard sometimes to have a meal during the middle of the day. But also if you're not into protein powder and that kind of thing, you can have some kind of a fat-free cottage cheese with some yogurt, or maybe a scoop of peanut butter with maybe an apple or something like that. But about a 200 to 300 calorie meal. And then at lunch, normally like a turkey sandwich with whole wheat bread, something like that, something healthy. And then usually another snack at about 3 o'clock. At 5 o'clock at dinner, usually a chicken breast, a sweet potato, maybe a little fat-free cheese, a little more Tabasco sauce. I love that stuff. And then at night,
hot stuff, Roman.
Yeah, at night a protein shake before I go to bed. And what it does, though, the whole idea is and that's where I think most people lose it. It's very simple. I mean, we can get into basal metabolic rates, we can get into all this stuff out there, but very simply, just eat a portion of carbohydrates, of good quality carbohydrates, the size of your fist. What are those quality carbohydrates? Stick to vegetables, stick to fruits, stick to whole grains like oatmeal and whole grain bread, proteins, chicken breast, lean meats, tofu, fish, these type of things. Again, the size of your fist, and then usually a portion of monounsaturated fat. Usually that means the healthy fats. I'm sure we all know them, and if you don't know them, you can look them up online or buy a book, as Frank always recommends. But the size of your thumb, a portion of maybe peanut butter, a portion of olive oil on your salad, a little balsamic vinegar. But these type of things, that's not a fat balsamic vinegar, but it just makes it taste really good. It's delicious. But the idea is that you just balance those out throughout the day, and that's all you have to do. And try to plan it out the night before. So you have to have your cupboards with the right foods in them. You have to plan your day. The reason I say that is because, on your Outlook calendar, if it's necessary, you shouldn't be getting hungry. You should be eating smaller meals throughout the day. So that to me has been huge, literally like a revolution when I really started doing that. And yeah, does it cost money? It does, yes. However, think about what your health is worth and how feeling great is worth, and also simply the dividends that it pays to be at your optimal state. So that's my plan. Very simple. Just smaller meals throughout the day and balancing portion carbohydrates and fats.
Very good. Rich?
My thumb and fists are a little smaller than Thomas, so my portions are a little less than his. Ordinarily in the morning, whole wheat toast, oatmeal, egg whites, lunch, chicken, turkey, fish, some kind of sandwich, entree, whatever. And the other would be for dinner. So again, vegetables, fruits, fiber, whole wheat, protein bar here and there. That's basically it for me.
Okay. I'd like to tell our viewers a story of a client I was working with a few years ago. She was 56 years old, hadn't exercised in a while, and was looking to lose 25 pounds. And she wanted to get into shape. She wanted to tone up, get some muscle definition. And I told her, I said, if you do exactly what I tell you to do, we'll achieve those goals. So we started out slow. When we started, this woman couldn't do one push-up, not even on her knees. And so she asked me, she said, what is my goal for push-ups? And I said, 75. And she said to me, Frank, you're out of your mind. And I said to her, I said, if you do exactly what I tell you to do, we will achieve those goals. So our goal was to lose 25 pounds in 4 months. After 4 months, we got her on the scale. Not only did she lose 25 pounds, but she lost 30 pounds. And it was after that, shortly after that, that she did 75 military-type push-ups. And the first thing she said to me after she did the 75th one was, Frank, I never thought I could accomplish something that great at this age. So a couple of weeks go by, and she had mentioned it once before. But what was so rewarding was that she had mentioned to me how much more energy she had at work, that she could just go right through the day without feeling tired. So if you incorporate that exercise plan and that proper nutrition plan, it's going to take you a long way to success. Guys, anything else?
Very compelling story. Excellent testimony.
Yeah, great. She was committed 100%.
Yeah, and
she achieved her goal.
Yeah, and Frank, you know what? That's one of the things that really, that our whole show is about. And while we're here to encourage people to believe in themselves. And it's funny that you said she didn't believe she could.
And look what happened.
Yeah, and she was a 60-year-old woman, right? 56-year-old woman, okay? I was down this shore past weekend, down in the Jersey Shore. I was down with Snooki in the situation. We were hanging out down in Seaside, and we were having fun. But my cousin was there, and he was challenged with weight, and he lost 84 pounds.
Terrific.
Okay?
How do you do that?
All right, and you want to know what? He said, I had enough. He said he went to the gym, hired a trainer, became good friends with the trainer, started training, with him, as his workout partners, and lost 84 pounds. The guy looks like a Calvin Klein model now. No joke. My cousin, 19 years old. But the idea is he reached a point, a threshold where he had enough. So I don't care if you're 19 or 18 or 15 or you're 60 or 70 or 80. You have to believe in yourself, and you can do it. The information is out there to get it. And all you have to do is when you open your eyes and say, I've had enough, I want to feel the best I can, and I don't care if you say you want to lose 25 pounds, you want to lose 10 pounds, or you want to lose 84 pounds, like my cousin just did. You can do it too. And that's what I really want to express to people here. The goal of this show, we couldn't begin to get into, all the exercises, and, Frank's a trainer, Rich does tennis, I work out too. You get into the technical part of it. But if you're compelled and you feel like, hey, listen, I want to accomplish more with my life, I want to feel better, working out and exercising and proper dietary methods are instrumental to feeling great and reaching a successful reaching success in your life and becoming your best self. So I just want to tell people that, it's something that many people struggle with. They get on yo-yo diets, they get on it. It's not about that. You get to the gym, you work out hard, you get into a weight training exercise, you do some cardiovascular, whatever you're comfortable with doing, whether it be a long walk, whether it be tennis, but you get into, which is actually the title of our show tonight, but a health consciousness. Being healthy mentally, thinking jacked, thinking like you're in the best shape possible. And trust me, the combination of your mind, the action you take with your body on a plan is going to yield a great result. So I want to tell you, it can be done, and you can do it too.
Very good. Rich, anything else?
Voltaire said passion and gradualness. Attack something with a lot of passion, a lot of conviction, and then, again, things aren't going to happen overnight. If you're financially challenged, it's going to take a while before you get your first million. If you want to lose 30 pounds, took you years to get them, you're not losing them overnight either. Unless you have surgery, but that's something else. But seriously, just address a given problem, see it through, but persist and be consistent, and in time you'll get what you want. But just continue, as mentioned, with the 56-year-old, 19-year-old, doesn't matter your age. How many stories do you hear of people taking up pilot licenses in their 70s or becoming a lawyer in their 80s? It's never too late, literally and figuratively.
Yeah, and I have a comment on that, Rich. I read once in a book called Secret of the Ages by a guy, Robert Collier. He says, age is not a number. He said, age is simply your ability to know that the opportunity of your life exists ahead of you, not behind you. So you can be old at 30 or young at 90. And that's really the essence of it, is believe that your best self, your highest self, you're striving to become the best you can possibly be. Believe that your organs are becoming the best they can be. You're growing the healthiest heart possible by eating the right foods and thinking with a health consciousness and using your hands and activity, the use of your body. And you're generating the best body yet, the best self yet, and your sex appeal is going to be better. Your mind's going to be better. You're going to be reaching your goals. It's all coming together. All pistons are firing. But believe that your best future is ahead of you. And that one belief in my life has revolutionized everything. I mean, to believe the world's getting better, and I'm a part of a bettering world, and me myself am growing in that world. So I want you to know that I believe in you, and I know that if you want to do it, you can do it too.
Excellent. Very good, guys. We're being told we have to go to a commercial, but before we do, Tom, if you would just tell our viewers where they can email us for any questions or any topics they'd like us to discuss.
Yeah, if you just email info@successtoday.tv, you can get us there, info, I-N-F-O, @successtoday.tv. You can reach us, and please ask the questions, and we're going to answer a couple questions after the break.
Good evening, this is Howard Cosell speaking of sports. Once again, we have a retrospective profile of one of our greatest heavyweight champions of the world. Rocky Balboa is about to join us on tonight's episode, and here comes The Rock now.
Hey!
You big
Whoa! Hey!
Oh,
You
good.
better watch it there, Howard. How you doing, eh?
Good, how you doing?
I'm all right. Hey, I'm all right. Thank you for having me on the show today. I appreciate
My
it.
pleasure. You're one of the most inspirational gladiators we've ever seen.
I know what, man. Everybody can do the same thing. They just gotta believe in themselves, you know? That's all. They believe in themselves, they can go all the way, man. And then whatever they choose to do, they can do it well. You know what I mean?
You're certainly the quintessence of that, Rocky.
Well, you know what? After being a southpaw, you know, down in Philly, down there, and you know Apollo. You know Apollo, right?
Sure, he was a good friend of mine.
Yeah, me too. Hey, all right, good company, right? How you doing? And you know, I fought Apollo because he chose me out of nowhere. I got a shot, you know, but everybody gets a shot if they take it, you know. It's like you just got to get out there and do it, you know, and especially when it comes to nutrition, because a lot of people, they don't believe they can. And that's what I'm trying to say is that, yeah, it takes hard work. Was being heavyweight champion of the world, was that hard work? You better believe it, you know. It's a lot of hard work. But the thing is, you wake up in the morning, and you have a good source of protein. I used to drink a lot of eggs. You know eggs, right?
Sure.
Yeah, and I used to drink them. But nowadays, it's much easier. You know, they have all these protein powders and, you know, and all that kind of stuff. It's a lot easier. It tastes a heck of a lot better, I'll tell you that right now. So, you know, I had a little slump there for a while, you know, after I won the fights and all, and I was starting to get, you know, like fat and happy. You know what I'm trying to say? Watching a lot.
Doesn't sound like you, Rock.
You're right, you know, but we all have our times in life where, you know, we might lose a little faith in ourselves, you know, and all of a sudden you're sitting in front of the TV, you're chopping on some Doritos, and all of a sudden you want a couple bonbons, you know, and, you know, it's not good for you, you know, it's like all of a sudden you feel the pounds going on, you know, and you don't feel good, you don't have the same energy no more, you know what I mean? And I just decided one day, I was like, you know what, I had enough, you know, and you know, remember Mick, right?
Sure,
Mick,
good friend of mine. How's he doing?
He's not too good no more, you know. He's not right in the head. I think, you know, he kind of took one too many, you know, uppercuts or left hooks, you know. So what happened was Mick, he couldn't train me in no more, right? And I decided, I was like, you know what? You know, I didn't want to train with nobody really, you know, because Mick was my trainer for years. You know that. He's like a second father to me, right? So anyway, so I got another trainer from Mind Body Excellence, right?
Not that Frank Williams, that
Oh.
global physical force.
He's a force of nature, I'll tell you that right now. But he whipped my butt right into shape. And I'll tell you, sometimes you need a little bit of encouragement, you know, from somebody else. Somebody come up to you and say, you know what, you can do it. And they look at you in the eyes and they don't let you off the hook, you know what I mean? They don't let
No
you
pun
say,
intended.
you know, hey, you better watch it, you know that, you know how I like
Getting
that.
trained by Frank Williams as reported by the Supreme Court as being cruel and unusual punishment.
Hey, but you know what? It seems like that at first, right? When you get to the gym on the first week and you start eating like healthy and
You
all that,
made
right?
it through the first week?
Yeah, but you know what? You know what happens is all of a sudden, you know what happens is it starts feeling good after a while. You know, you're not worried about it no more because you're into it, and all of a sudden like these endorphins are kicking in. I heard that joke before you said, or that Rich Goldberg said. He said endorphins. You know, that was pretty
He's
funny.
a witty guy, isn't
If
it?
you only bought a beach, it's called endorphins, right? And the thing is, you know, it's like you just gotta believe in yourself, and sometimes you might need a little help, but you get that help. You know what I mean?
Yeah. We have a couple of questions from your fans, Rock. I know we're running short of time, so I'd appreciate a succinct answer to these two questions.
Hey, you know me. I can do that.
Yeah, I know. What are the benefits of staying in shape? That's what Tom from Scotch Plains wants to know.
I know Scotchman. That's over in Jersey,
I
right?
know you know half of it.
Yeah, hey. You know, the benefits of being in shape, you know, it's like one, you have more like mental acuity, you know what I mean? It's like you feel sharper mentally.
Doctor using the word acuity? What has this world come to?
No, I study my vocabulary. You better watch it, you know what I mean? And no offense taken or anything, don't worry about that. But you know what? Yeah, I took one too many hits from Apollo, you know what I mean? But you know, it still works all right up there, you know? So the second thing, you just have a lot more energy, you know what I mean? And it's like, you feel better, you know?
Okay.
Third, you just enjoy life better, you know? And I'll tell you what, Rich, Adrian appreciates it a lot.
My name's Howard, not Rich.
No, but you're Howie, you know what? Adrian appreciates it a lot, I'll tell you that right now. So
Moving on to Melissa from Mawa. Wants to know your daily regimen. Maybe she wants to follow it herself.
Well, you know what?
Would she be able to?
Absolutely, you know, it's like very simple. All you gotta do is just be consistent. You get up early, you know, you work out. I work out in the morning, you know, because that's the time of the day when it's quiet. You know, I take my dog for a walk. I go out there and I just do it. You know, I get up 3 days a week. I go for a run. You know, I run on the treadmill in the winter. You know, and you know from there I just go to the gym 3 days a week. You know, it's like I do a upper body one day, lower body the next day, upper body the next day, and then the next week I'll switch it around.
When do you do the middle body, right?
Hey! Well, you know what? Abs are important. You know, the days on the legs I do abs. You know, lower body I throw in the abs there. Yeah, absolutely. But that's my regimen, pretty easy. And I eat just six small meals a day throughout the day. And, you know, it works pretty good for me. But thanks to getting a trainer over at Mind Body Excellence and, you know, knowing the team over at SuccessToday.tv. Those guys are some motivating cats out there. So,
Any IMs from Drago lately?
Oh, Drago, man. Messed with my boy Apollo, man. That's very sad, you know. But I haven't heard from Drago lately. No.
Sad to hear that.
He was out in Siberia last I heard, you know.
Okay.
But he's all right. He's all right. You know. He's all right.
That's it for tonight. Great seeing the great Rock once again. See you again soon. Signing off, this is Howard Cosell, speaking of sport.